Hey guys, Damien here. So today's video and the following videos after this you are going to really want to pay attention to, because there's going to be a big high dollar reward if you do. And I'm not bull crapping. So to recap, guys, to kind of remind you guys of a theme that's going on, because this next story is going to involve murder and the FBI and the U.S. government kind of covering it up, or at the very least being incompetent to doing anything about it. More on that here in a minute. But to remind you guys, I told you guys about Mordecai Vanunu, the importance of him. We learned about Israel not signing the first Nuclear Proliferation Act in 1968, the global one that everybody else agreed to except for 4 countries, Israel being one of them. We learned about Israel also being one of the 4 countries not to sign the U.S. Non-Proliferation Act in 1994. We also learned that there's 32 allies that have signed a defensive pact with the U.S., but Israel is not one of them. We learned about systemic rising, and then also later on we learned that explained why the little girls' school was bombed, because otherwise they would produce so many non-Jewish kids, and that's why they wanted those little girls killed. And then we learned about Ami Popper and his 7 life sentences now being reduced to being released in 2030. And that theme right there is going to be coming along with today's theme. But right after that, Ami Popper, we discovered Meyer Kahane and the JDL. And that leads us to today's topic of some JDL crimes that I've been looking into. In particular, this one, Alex Odeh. And let's learn about him real quick. So to remind you guys, here real quick, this statue that you see is of today's topic. This is Alex Odeh. And so to remind you guys, so we were talking about, to lead up to here, we were last videos, does the FBI still monitor the JDL? What is the Prime Minister Harper's connection with the JDL? That's the Prime Minister of Canada. And then we were doing a video about, was the JDL ever considered the most dangerous organization? And then I got an update about the active JDL recently. And then now we're going to be doing today's topic of Alex Odeh. So this is Alex Odeh and his 3 little girls. I assume his wife is taking the picture because he also has a wife. And the day before his assassination, on October 10th, 1985, Alex gave an interview with the local television station promoting peace and understanding. So that right there sounds like a very decent person, which obviously he is. What you did not know is what he was dealing with before he's giving a speech on peace and understanding. This man was dealing with death threats from the JDL. He had received numerous death threats from extremist Jewish Defense League, which was carrying out a campaign of threats and violence against Palestinians and other critics of Israel. He reported to the authorities, but was ignored. October 11th, West Coast headquarters of the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee is bombed, killing its Palestinian-American director, Alex Odeh, and 7 others. A JDL spokesman declared that Odeh got exactly what he deserved. That spokesman, by the way, is Irv Rubin. He was basically the JDL leader of the Los Angeles chapter, and he's dead now, but he's going to be a future video with information about him. Hours after Alex Odeh was killed, his slaying was justified by the JDL, saying, "I have no tears for Mr. Odeh," says Irv Rubin, the guy I was just talking about. He got exactly what he deserved. So no arrests were made in 1994 when Odeh would have celebrated his 50th birthday. A statue of him was built, and 2 years later the statue was defaced, and a few months later again it was desecrated by vandals who doused it in buckets of blood red paint. The same year, the FBI announced a $1 million reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Odeh's killers. It has so far gone unclaimed. Here you can see a picture of 1985 of the bomb squad. Irv Rubin admitted to ordering the killing of Alex Odeh and credited the murder to the same 3 American-Israeli JDL members the FBI has long suspected. So, what I'm going to tell you is that this JDL-associated murder in 1985 that has still gone quote-unquote unsolved, well, somewhat unsolved. 1 out of the 3 people has been arrested, and the other 2 are still at large. Each of those other 2 have a $1 million bounty on them. I know they're real. I know one of them's Israeli name, and the other guy's name that he's going by as well. And I have a very good idea of the city and location that they are located in. We're talking $2 million. So, but guys, $2 million, that's a lot of money. Okay, you're not going to just get that information right away. I'm going to have to build to that. I can't tell you everything in one short little 10-minute video. So one of my next videos is going to be coming up about one of those 3 suspects. And then I'll do another video about the second suspect. And then a third video about the third suspect. For $2 million, it's worth it to pay attention to all of these cases. But you can learn a lot when you start really going down some rabbit holes, if you start asking some questions. Again, not everybody can stumble upon this like I did. I'm nothing special. I have no idea why this stuff happened to me. But all these stories are verifiable. Alex Odeh, O-D-E-H. You can verify that, and I'll verify with you guys a lot more information on these 3 suspects in future videos. If you guys get rich, you're going to have to share your cut with me. Remember, UNITY, unity. Complacency can be just as dangerous as violence, but courage is contagious. Have a great day.